Good evening, soldiers. Welcome back to Demon Souls. Trying something a little bit different today. Recording setup's a tad bit different, so hopefully this doesn't look too much different. But we'll see. Probably can't tell, but I'm now recording at 60 FPS. I don't know how well that's coming up. I seriously doubt it's showing up at all, because I don't think Demon Souls actually renders in 60 FPS. Which, even after the rendering process, hypothetically speaking, if Demon Souls did run at 60 FPS, I don't think I would actually be able to get it at true 60. But anyhow, that's enough technical details today. Let us continue. And today we're going to the Valley of the Defilement. Hearthstone of the Demon Leechmonger. The Valley of Defilement leads to a huge swamp into which all that is unclean flows, becoming a nest for putrilage, vermin, and plague of grapes. So, let's go. Okay. I sincerely hope this is going well, because, like I said, new recording setup. I'm actually using OBS today, so hopefully that works, but we'll see, I just wanted to try something a little bit different, because, with my HD PVR, I do tend to have some issues. But, like I said, that's enough technical aspect today. I don't know how well you guys can see it, but it is actually raining here. Whether that's actual rain or, filth coming from up above is to be determined. I'd like to think it's just rain, because, then we'd literally be walking through shit rain. So, hopefully that's not the case. And thankfully we don't get poisoned here, at least not in this area. I think there is an area up ahead where we do, but I don't know, honestly. Interesting. These corpses have what appear to be flies on them. I don't think that's a gameplay thing. I could be mistaken, however. But we'll see. You look like you're alive, sir. Okay, you're not. That works. So, let's go down here. And this is also the first time I'm actually going through this part of the Valley of Defilement. As I've mentioned numerous times, I haven't actually beaten this game. It's mainly because of time constraints, and I have a lot of shit to do, unfortunately. Which is very unfortunate, because this is probably one of my favorite Souls games, and I don't really have that much time I've never had that much time to actually go through and complete it. Royal Lotus for poison stuff? Or is that bleed? I don't remember. It's one of the two. It might be for bleed now that I'm thinking about it. Lake Moongrass. As you can see here, we do have a lot of dead leeches. Whether they're actually directly connected to the Leechmonger is up for debate. Oh yeah, this is another thing in the muck, as it were. You can't roll unless you have a ring. I think there's a ring in this game that negates that. I don't think I have it with me, unfortunately. That's if I've even gotten it. I don't remember, honestly. But I do think there is a ring for it. Interestingly enough, there is a candle here, which leads me to believe... I don't know. I don't know if there's a specific character that would have been there. If I had to guess, I think it'd be the, oh gosh, what's her name? A character we'll meet here relatively shortly. But, this place does have poison. On the bright side, however, with the, rings that I have, it's pretty much negating the fact that I'm poisoned right now, so... And we get another Regenerator's Ring. I don't know if it's a... if it stacks. Let's find out. Okay, well, that answers my question. Of course we can't. Whoops, we gotta stop doing that. You can't roll, but you can run. So, before we head down that way, I believe that's progress, we'll try and get ourselves back upstairs. That way we can explore this place proper like. But as I said, thankfully with the Regenerator's Ring, it's not quite negating it, but it's definitely making it so my health is not going down nearly as fast as it would, because back in Demon Souls, poison was a pretty serious thing. And the later Souls games, while still serious. As a matter of fact, in Demon Souls, it acts more so like toxic as opposed to poison in the Dark Souls series. Whoops. Which, while not quite on the level of toxic, it's still pretty dangerous. These guys are not dropping a lot of souls. I don't know how I feel about that. But, let's see. Whoops. There's actually not very much to talk about here as far as lore goes. At least that I can get into without spoiling the rest of the area, which is rather unfortunate, but, you know, it's fine. Of course, speaking in terms of the relations between this game and Dark Souls, if you can call it that, this is basically the equivalent of Blighttown, which I'm sure everyone is familiar with, except this place actually has relatively good frame rate. Alright. Finally we can actually get some regular walking in. Whoops. No, 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 no. That's not good. Oh boy. Not good, not good, not good. Not good whatsoever. Saved ourselves. Perfect. Come along. Being a little reckless. I've been playing a lot of the other Souls games, so I'm not quite as rusty as I have been. Ironically, I've been running Dex builds as well, so we're actually should do relatively well today. Should. Poison finally wore it off. Okay, so let's head back upstairs so we can explore this place proper, like. It's weird. I think in some of the areas you can't go through fog walls backwards. As far as... Uh-oh. No, 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 no. I think those guys give you plague, so that's not a fun time. Marrow Stone. There we go. Gotcha. It's weird that the mosquitoes drop more souls than the weird jellyfish monsters downstairs. Hey, 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 stop that. Stop that. I've actually never seen that attack. Excuse you. Definitely don't want to fall here. That would be pretty bad. Gotta remember, in this game I have a stab attack. Currently on the stream, shameless plugin, I'm playing Scholar of the First Sin, so Uchigatana's moveset in that game is a little bit different than this one. Oh no, I missed it. Damn it. Do I really want that item? Because that's a pretty good jog. Yeah, we're gonna go get it, so I'll cut right here. Well, actually, we won't cut, because there's an item. Ooh, another copy of the Thief's Ring. This is an actual body, looks like, so it does seem like people that were down here were indeed alive at some point. As to why they were here, that's up for debate because, as mentioned in the item description or area description, this is a rather oh, what's the word I'm looking for? This is pretty much where you'd like to put your undesirables if you catch my drift. For instance, we might have a lot of thieves. Well, ironically, we just picked up the thief's ring, so a lot of thieves and you know, people that aren't necessarily good. We'll put it that way. In other words, Patches would get along just fine here. Oh, Patches, I'm going to kill you soon. Relatively soon, actually. We're getting pretty close to it, and I'm super excited about it. We're almost back. As you can see over there, that's clearly progress. So we'll head that way shortly. But I want to get that item, make sure that we get everything that we can here. Because I don't want to be a scrub and miss stuff. Did I miss the thing? Interesting. Or is it around here? Because I don't remember walking this far. Huh, interesting. We got a little side area over here. So we'll come back over there to the, and nothing. Hurrah for nothing. Perfect, 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 perfect. Well, since we're already here, might as well pick up these items. I'd like to take up you guys one at a time. So we'll see. Okay, he's aggroed. He's not aggroed, but they can clearly see me. Oh, and you guys are the big boys too. Nope, no sir, no siree. Grass. Oh no! Can't roll. Damn. Alright, that's okay. That's actually a shortcut, so I can start out at the beginning of the area and go the proper way. And then we can get ourselves some items. So, in a way it worked out for us. And as long as I don't return to the Nexus, I don't have to worry about... Actually, you know what? We've got plenty to spare, so I'm going to use a stone for Formula. Because I was thinking about it, and regardless of World Tendency events, I should be able to get all the Dark World Tendency events with what I have left. Theoretically, of course. That's not even including New Game Plus, so... Because, little spoilers for the future, I plan to stream the entirety of the game on New Game Plus after we finish the Let's Play. So, please get excited for that. Stop pushing. I don't know why, but whenever I use the DualShock 4 controller... Oh, I see. I see. Very interesting. Very interesting indeed. Okay. So this way is actual... This is the actual way you have to go. Excuse me. Yeah, anyway, as I was saying, when I use the DualShock 4 controllers, for some reason, it registers the push more so than the whatchamacallit, the basic attack. There's an item over there. This is actually one of the, what I consider to be one of the more, quote-unquote, boring areas, just because there's honestly not a lot going on here, minus the poison, and a lot of things are dying. That's very weird. Legendary soldiers, so... Only other thing you can infer from this area is that a lot of people have died here. A lot of people indeed. Because, maybe it's just because I've been playing the other Souls games, but to me it seems that there are a lot more soul actual items here than anywhere else in the game. At least that's the way I see it. But of course we don't know why. We don't know why. Rather, I know why, but we'll get to that when we get to the second area's boss. Or, not the second, the archdemon of this area. That's going to be annoying. Not the boss, the fact that I can't roll. Can't lick biscuit it, as it were. Is that an item, or is it a, yeah, it's an item. But, let's see. It's probably a royal lotus, honestly. Yep. So we're definitely getting plenty of them. But, I want to go back over here, see if we can make our way upstairs again, and open up that shortcut, if possible. It's just a matter of actually finding it. And then we'll actually head the proper way. Okay, so instead of going over there where the big boys are, what I'm going to actually do right now is I'm going to make some progress, simply to save some time, and, you know, that way I'm not here all day. Because, admittedly, because of the experimental recording setup that I have, I'm not exactly sure how well that's going to work in terms of file size, so we're just going to kind of mosey on through for now. And then later on, maybe we'll come back here and finish up item runs. Maybe. I haven't quite decided yet, but we'll see. We'll see. Okay, so first things first, we need to get to land. Get to land, get to land. Interesting. This leads back to the area that I couldn't get to previously. Unfortunately, we're using up a lot of our late moon grass. Please don't push. Please don't shove. I should have gotten hit by that. That's okay though. I can deal with, you know, shenanigans like that. Okay, so I really don't know how I'm getting turned around. Before we head back that way, I want to continue down this way, because this is unknown territory. I didn't kill him. Oh well, that's okay. That's okay, that's okay. Ooh, we've got a phantom here. And he's running the machete. Excuse me, she. I believe this is an NPC that's a reference to, well, this is the one to start the trend of a lady with a big machete in the poison spots. Okay, gotta be a little careful because I know the jellyfish monsters are right behind me. Oh boy, gotta be careful. Gotta be very careful. Grass. Ugh. Phew, that was close. Very close indeed. Did you drop anything? I'd like to think you dropped the machete. No, but I got 2 Stone of Ephemeral Eyes to replace the ones I used, so that's excellent. And the cat's ring. I don't know if that's it. That might be it, actually. If it is, we're golden. Decreased damage from falls. Okay, that's not what I wanted. A simple ring engraved with the seal of a cat. It decreases damage when falling from high places. However, if you fall from too high a perch, you will die in the usual way. As you can imagine. Top ourselves off a little bit. Let's go try and get those items up there. Then we'll head back this way. Is this what... No, this isn't where I'm getting turned upside down either. So I don't know. I don't know how the The layout is getting me so mixed up. Pure Sucker Stone. Interesting. I believe Sucker Stone is for bleeding weapons, I think. Could be mistaken. Okay, so let's try this again. And we'll try... Oh, okay. Okay, I see now. I see, said the blind man. What do you guys do with throwing knives? Not nearly as much as I would have hoped. Stop it. Okay, so I see how I'm getting turned upside down now. Hey, stop that. Stop that, Mr. Joel. This is quite unfortunate because this isn't the shortcut that I was hoping would open up to the beginning of the stage. That's okay, that's okay. Careful. Black turpentine, not really what I wanted, but it's okay. Okay, now is the frame rate. Now the frame rate starts. So we're gonna keep on the regular path right now. Just to kind of avoid any complications, because I believe my souls are on the opposite side over there. But for now, I want to just make some actual progress. Ooh boy, we got some slugs. I don't think these are the same type of slugs that we dealt with back at the Shrine of the Shadowmen. Stop it. Oh, I'm still poisoned too, so... Oh god, I can see them just falling from the sky. Please stop pushing. I don't like that. Oh god. Oh god. These guys aren't too bad, but there are a lot of them. We don't want to get ourselves overwhelmed. One of them's bleeding. Do they respawn infinitely here? Ain't that some shit? Okay, so enough of you guys. Because they can't possibly respawn infinitely. And it was just for Sucker Stone, that's the bad part. Oh man, frame rate. Okay, so we're just gonna say screw it and get out of here. Because Sucker Stone isn't worth it. Oh man, that frame rate. Okay. Interesting, there's an item up there. I don't know how to get it though. But we'll do this proper, like, and just move on. Oh, we got the big boys. Actually, I don't need my shield. get that extra little bit of damage on him. Oh, I got lucky there. I got extremely lucky. Going nuts. He's going nuts. Oh boy. I don't know what that dude's deal is, but he's glowing. Video games have taught me one thing: glowing guys are not good. Oh no! Huh. Apparently I missed a lot of these items over here. I'm getting very flipped over here because I don't know. I have no excuse. Ooh, War Scythe. I'll check that out here in just a second. A lot of things are dying again. Dark Moongrass, worth it. More things are dying. Crescent Moongrass, a lot of it too. And a Broken Sword. I don't think there are any other broken swords in the game, though. Pole weapon used for slash attacks. Pole weapons can mow down at many enemies in a single blow, but are difficult to handle and require both strength and dexterity to use. Can we actually use it? Where is it? Where is it? We can, actually. I want to see the moveset on that. I don't think I've ever seen it before. Oh, that's awful. Okay, that's a little bit better. It's one-handed. That's awful. That's a little bit better. I don't think I'm going to use that. Let's check out the broken sword. A straight sword with a broken blade, completely covered in rust with blood stuck to the blade. Its sharpness is negligible. Okie dokie. Actually, I want to say... No, I think... Maybe I'm thinking of something else. I know that there's one game that if you upgrade one of the broken weapons to max, you get the Moonlight Greatsword. I still have to look that up. We're obviously not going to get it in this playthrough, because we're almost done. But I still want to know how to get it, at least. Okay, so we're relatively close to where we left off. Something I wanted to talk about, though, is that although it's a little goofy in the Dark Souls games, I kind of wish this game had the little bar to indicate how much poison you have. Just because it's a little bit difficult to ascertain here what we're dealing with. Gotta concentrate just a tad, because I don't want to die anymore. There you go. Okay, and since I didn't see that guy earlier, let's pull this one. That way we can deal with things a little bit easier. Ooh, I got scared there for a second. Okay, I don't like you at all. Oh, so you just poison? Is that all you do? Okay, you're not too bad. Interestingly enough, that soundbite that I heard, you can also hear that soundbite in Dark Souls when you fight Nita. But we'll get to Dark Souls later. Storied Hero Soul. And I want to say this is the way to the shortcuts. Which, if it is, it's well worth our time. Certainly hope it is. But we'll see, we'll see. I'm running and I shouldn't be. Let's also give ourselves a little bit of time to heal up. Excuse me, Slug. It's weird, during their dying animation they still have some collision on them. Excuse you. Excuse you? Oh, come on. Okay, so this is where all the slugs were coming from. Surely you can knock this down. There you go. So they do respawn infinitely. At least as long as that thing's alive. No, 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 no! There it is!
Rolling around at the speed of sound. Got places to go, gotta follow my rainbow. Can't stick around, have to keep moving on. Guess what lies ahead? Only one way to find out. Must keep on moving ahead. No time for guessing, follow my pain instead. Trusting in what you can see. Take my lead, I'll set you free. Follow me, set me free. Trust me and we will escape from the city. I'll make it through. Follow me, set me free. Trust me and we will escape from.
Okay, so we're beelining right to this weapon. Where are my firebombs? Are firebombs in this game? I guess not. But you know, if the godforsaken Phalanx boss taught me anything, it's that slugs do not like fire. So, you will all die. Also, Phalanx isn't a slug, but, you know, all the same, these things don't like fire. Anyone else? Yeah. What are the requirements? I have to see this. I hope this thing doesn't require faith. It requires faith. As a matter of fact, that's all it requires. And a lot of it too, but it scales with S. Whoops. I should know better than that. This is a little bit risky. But I want to see what this thing can do. Even though I'm not getting any scaling with it. I want to see what this baby can do. And I don't even care about the other items that are up there. Where the the slugs were. Okay, it's not worth it, unfortunately. If I was doing a faith build, I would totally run this, but sadly, we are not. I actually might start bumping everything into faith after this, just so I can use it. Oops. Man, I was so excited to use it, and it uses faith, much like the Dark Souls equivalent, which I expected it. But a man can dream. A man can dream. I'm not even going to deal with you. I don't want to. We're just going to continue on our mosey way. Yet again, a lot of this used to be a settlement. Of course, things obviously went bad, and everything's dead. So, yet further evidence that this place was indeed once inhabited. But as mentioned, not anymore. Only thing that is still here are the birdmen. Excuse me. Oh, he's still following me? I wasn't aware you could go through fog gates. Oh, well, you're dead now. Ooh, you drop an item too. Old Spice. I don't know if he dropped Old Spice earlier. Excuse you. That was weird, there was no sound on that. Nothing there. Widow's Lotus, that's for plague. Oops. Oh. Well, that works. Not expecting that, but okay. Oh man, the frame rate's starting to go a little nuts here. And there's no sound on enemy attacks for some reason. Okay. We are in a little bit of a spot right now. There are a lot of enemies here. Or poison them. The fuck is that? Interesting. Okay, I'm starting to get turned upside down again. I'm not liking it. Another interesting thing, well, I actually thought of some lore that we can kind of talk about. Something I just thought of is these birdmen are obviously what's left of the community that was here. The theory that I'm going to speculate on is that everyone down here lived a relatively peaceful life, I suppose you could say, minus the few exceptions of the thieves and the unruly, as it were. But, anywho, what I'm going to speculate is that, I say normal, but, as normal as it could possibly be down there. Everything was fine and dandy for all these wonderful people. Of course, then the demons attacked and mutated them to these birdmen, as it were. And I'm going to assume that, that is exactly what happened here. The demons began to invade and start to slowly mutate some of our bird fellows here. And eventually they started devouring the inhabitants themselves. Oh no. Oh no. We need to calm down. I still don't know why there's no sound on enemy attacks. Probably just a frame rate issue, honestly. I don't know if frame rate has anything to do with sound in some cases, but that's what I'm going to assume at least. Show tone. Interesting. Pretty sure this is the boss area. And let's take a look and see what's up here first before we continue. I'd like to think, this is hope and this is really pulling for it, but I'd like to think that the shortcut to the entrance is here somewhere. Because I still haven't found that. Shard of Fate Stone. Yeah, it was a little much to hope for. I don't think it's here. I'll do one more run around to make sure. Didn't need to do that, but that's okay. Fall damage isn't ridiculous like it is in DS2. Okie dokie, so boss time. Unfortunately, I didn't find that shortcut, so this is going to be very, very bad if I die. And we can see from the Dirty Colossus, he's the source of the flies. My fucking weapon broke. Amazing. Amazing. Still doing some good damage with the fire enchantment on there. So we're gonna run this for a little bit. Damn, this is actually awkward because I don't have any sub-weapons with me. Okay, I need to take him out quick. Thankfully, we saved up on all this black turpentine. Wow, that just flat out negated all the health I recovered. I'm doing good damage, but it seems like he's almost like he's recovering, but I'm not seeing him regain any health. Unless there's something I'm missing. But that's okay. He's dead now. Now he's dead. Yay! We did it. 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 We are big, strong, manly men that isn't afraid of nothing. And there's our lovely trophy. Am I missing anything else here? I don't believe so. Whew, that's quite a bit of souls right there. I'm honestly not too happy with how this run of the area went, just because I know there's a lot I missed. I know that there's a lot that I missed. Eroded Demon Soul. So before we continue, I'm going to go repair my equipment, and we shall return momentarily. Archstone of the Demon Dirty Colossus. In a swamp infested by poisonous and vile creatures lies a filth-encrusted valley. A poor journey to this rotten place to offer their souls so that they might be freed from their suffering. So that gives us some insight as to why people would venture to the Valley of Defilement, and not necessarily that it was a place inhabited, but more so like a pilgrimage. Of course, I don't think any of the previous... oh gosh, I just realized my mouse has been on that part the entire time. My apologies. Oh, it's been on screen, I should say. But anywho, this is more so... The Valley of Defilement seems to be more like a pilgrimage than anything else. Of course, I'm sure some people did take up residence here, you know, just because their faith to the I forget what her name is, but the woman we're about to meet, their faith to her was so strong, you know, so they they obviously took up residence here in order to offer what they could to her, in this case, souls. Which also provides more insight to why the Birdman might have gone insane. You know, when you lose all your souls, you go insane.
Go forth, Garl Vinland. May you be unharmed.
Okay. So this is our boss, Maiden Estrella. That's her name.
Leave us, slayer of demons. This is a sanctuary for the lost and wretched. There is nothing here for you to pillage or plunder. Please, leave quietly.
Unfortunately, we are not going to do that. Because we do need her soul. Actually, I think this is one of the boss fights that is indeed optional. Because I think you can actually beat the game without the need for her soul.
You will not turn back, will you? I shall let no harm come to this destroyer. May you rot in the deepest depths of this swamp.
So this is her compatriot, Garl Vinland. It's very interesting because his AI doesn't pursue you. He simply defends her. Which I like that detail a lot. Because see, he won't go further than this. He just simply walks. And of course he'll attack you if you get too close, but... So we are getting a little bit more insight to what's been going on. Maiden Estrella and Garl Vinland, of course, were probably exiled from somewhere. Some undisclosed place. Probably Boletaria, now that I'm thinking about it. And were left here to literally rot. Oh man, I gotta get out of there. No, 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 no. Okay, I'm safe right now. Oh man. Whoa! I don't remember these guys. I caught the plague. I got plague of grapes. Not good, not good, not good. I need to find that White Lotus real quick. Hopefully I can find it and not die. Widow's Lotus. Not white. Okay. Oh man. Okay, so a lot more darker implications are here now. As you can see, these corpses do seem to resemble children, which, you know, I don't think I need to go any deeper than that, actually, to imply what that means. And I got plague again. I need to... Oh, I've got a lot of Widow's Lotuses, so I should be okay. Shit. Getting the plague. First world problems. Actually, that's not a first world problem now that I'm thinking about it. Oh man, in this area you can't even run. That's unfortunate. Okay, I need to... Jeez, jeez. Nope, I'm going to die. That's okay. Okay, so I'm actually kind of glad I died there, simply, because I did get that extra dialogue from Garl.
Dearest Astraea, I have failed you.
We got the Dark Silver Shield and something else that we can't carry, unfortunately, but that's what this is for. Where is it? Whoops, that's not it. Was it the other one? Great Strength. Herculean Strength, excuse me. Dark Silver Leggings. Dark Silver Gauntlets. Dark Silver Armor. And a Dark Silver Helmet. So we got his entire set, which is really cool. I like his set a lot. It's look-wise, of course. You're actually, you know what? Because I do know we can talk to her. First off, I'm going to heal myself with that. And even though I said I didn't want to use it, I'm going to use my Stone of Ephemeral Eye. Just in case we do catch the plague up, I can, you know, because I think you can talk to her before you kill her.
You killed him, didn't you? Very well. I can no longer resist you. Do as you like. Take your precious demon soul.
It's actually very solemn, because it's not even you that kills her. She obviously sees that she's, you know, she's been had, and she kills herself. Actually, I'm not going to go for this, because as you guys noticed, I'm sure many of you did, I did absolutely nothing to her. I just stood there and she told me to take the demon soul. So, you know, she kills herself. Which is very sad indeed. We're going to finish up by reading up the on the area location, and then we're actually going to call it a night here. Let's see what it has to say.
Thou seekest so
I didn't want to talk to you, but okay.
To life's ether.
I'm actually very satisfied with what my stats are at right now. So I'm going to start pumping up Faith for New Game Plus. Archstone of the Demon Astraea. Once a sixth saint, Astraea lived with those awaiting death in the Valley of Defilement. She pledged herself to a demon soul, rather than a cruel god, to ease the pain of the people there. So, Astraea wasn't necessarily... She wasn't bad. The only thing that she wanted to do was to help ease the people. You know, she didn't. She embraced the demon soul purely out of choice, and did so for the sake of the people that were living in the Valley of Defilement. And you know, she was a very selfless person, as it seems. Of course, we don't have the whole story. Oh, that's unfortunate. We don't have the full story, of course, because, you know, obviously we don't. Ah, no! Come on. Okay, so we can run at least a little bit of this armor. I actually like it a lot, so I might run this the rest of the game. Either that or, you know, kind of mix match with the Gloom armor. That doesn't look too bad, actually. So we're going to go ahead and do that, because I kind of like this helmet a little bit better than the Gloom helmet. But I'll decide off screen. But anywho, well, we'll just briefly finish talking about that. Obviously, Estrella, you know, she did it. She embraced the demon soul simply to help ease the burden of the people. She didn't do it out of she didn't do it out of greed. She did it, you know, just purely for others' sakes. I don't think it has any. No, it doesn't have anything. Which is very interesting because the demons seem to be more inclined to those of greedy natures, which, to some extent, I suppose you could say that she was kind of living out a quote-unquote fantasy by wanting to help the people, which in and of itself can be kind of greedy if you think so. But you know, that's really digging deep in there. So, you know, typically I would say that she's. Oh, wow, he sells those. Anyhow, I would say that she's more pure-hearted than anything else. But
Fine.
other than that, that's about all that there is to say about Miss Estrella. Just that her, obviously, Garl Vinland must have had well, not necessarily must have, but he must have had great respect for her in order to follow her and stay with her all that time. Perhaps even feelings of love, but of course they never flat out say that. As a matter of fact, let's read Vinland's set real quick. Dark silver helmet from Vinland. The impressive Perishiel design represents the sacred tree of both houses. Its heaviness slightly impedes stamina. Ooh. I might not wear it then. The dark silver is known to be the oldest metal in the land and is said to exercise malice. Its heaviness slightly impedes stamina regeneration. Well, I'll decide that off screen. I might not wear it just because of the stamina. It's not too bad, actually. But anywho, that's about it for today, guys. I'm sorry this is a kind of a long episode. Almost an hour and a half. My apologies. Of course, that's without editing, but that's beside the point. Anywho, as always, this is X-Rated169 from X-Rated Games.